Never Say Die. Talk us through the idea.
So the idea was born at the Kentucky Derby. Our now business partner, Pat Madden's bus, and I say bus, it was more like a, let's say, tour bus. And Pat then started shooting the breeze, telling the story about this horse that had been born on his dad's farm, was very sickly, and had been saved by being given a shot of bourbon up the nose. And an hour later, it's running around the paddock. And so they called this horse Never Say Die. And that horse went on to become the first American racehorse to win an English Classic in 1954 from the Queen, Winston Churchill. Obviously the bourbon sent the neurons around a bit faster. And I just said to Pat, let's do a bourbon and call it Never Say Die. And he's went, well, no, the best bit of the story is in Liverpool. This poor woman pawns all her jewellery, totally desperate, goes to the bookies, sees Never Say Die, loves the name. It's this, massive outsider American horse, 33-1, ridden by a nobody, a 17-year-old apprentice jockey called Lester Piggott, who no one had ever heard of. And the horse wins. Mm-hmm. With that money, she invests in getting a club together called the Cathbar Club. And her son, Pete Best, his drums, and his mates, Paul and George, their first electric instruments. So we were just like, that's an amazing story. So it was from that, we then just carried on talking about it. And we thought, do you know what? What we really need to do is do something and follow the course of the horse. So that's why we ship the barrels over. So it's straight Kentucky bourbon. It's aged in America, conforms to all the rules, all of that. Comes over to England, finished in England, i.e. stored in England for a while while it settles down. And that ocean aging, plus that time in a totally different climate, alters the character of the whiskey. And, to be frank, this was a bit of a bet.
This is a side hustle.
Yeah.
What challenges does that throw up?
It throws up a lot of interesting challenges in that every single person involved on the board and with Never Say Die has got other jobs. So this has always just been on the side as a bit of fun. And as time's gone on, it's got more and more serious. And obviously, that brings with it the time that needs to be devoted, because we thought there's no point in doing this unless we're going to try and create quality product. Put the time into investing in the brand, the bottle, the label, the market. We've done all of that. And that seems to be paying off now. We knew we had a really good story. And it's a story with a basis in reality through Pat. It was on his, so there's a whole, and the fact that this was born as a project amongst friends, based on serendipity, coincidences, and we liked all of that. And that's the sort of spirit in which we've tried to run the business. I mean, we're now realising that if it's successful, it then has to transform into a different, more coherent, more business-like business, if you like. Yeah. But up till now, it's been a lot more fun than it has been hard work.
So tell me, what's the most exciting thing about Never Say Die right now?
The most exciting thing about Never Say Die is that we're genuinely pushing the boundaries of what a bourbon can be. And so the fact that we've made a Kentucky straight bourbon, rested it in Kentucky, so it's matured for, about 5 years, and then pretty much gambling, with the gods of the ocean by putting it on to a container ship and shaking it up, makes it really fun and also really unique. It genuinely changes the liquid inside the bottle. It's not a marketing gimmick. You know, ocean aging, if you imagine, most barrels go into a rick house and they stay in one position. What we do is we do that, and then we put them onto onto a container ship and basically
The
do
world's
this.
biggest cocktail shaker, right? Yeah.
For 6 weeks. And then we take it to the Peak District, you know, another very different climatic condition where it then kind of softens it. And so for us, we've been released, at the moment we've got 3 SKUs. So we've got a barrel strength, a small batch and a rye. And each of the barrel strengths, because they are single barrels, they all taste different. And that's, you know, quite special and quite exciting.
Yeah. It's quite an entrepreneurial thing to do. What gives the joy of entrepreneurialism to you? Obviously there's trepidation, but there must be exhilaration in equal measure.
Yeah, I think it's about doing something, you know, from your gut, trying new things and not having shareholders or, you know, other people to tell you you can't do something. It means that we can do, you know, doing something for the first time. If you looked at it purely from a business planning point of view, you wouldn't do it because it's expensive, it's risky, but that's what makes it exciting.
And when you got the coverage from Forbes, best bourbon in the world, talk me through how you felt when you found out about that, when that popped in the inbox.
Yeah, I mean, I had a little kitchen disco, I must say. You know, toasted with a bit of Never Say Die. You know, my other job is, you know, working in PR and political communications, and I know that, and we had no idea that story was coming. So it was just, you know, it was genuinely an organic bit of coverage, which is just super exciting. And for us, it came the week before we launched in America, and you know, Forbes obviously a huge title in the States, so really exciting.
Perfect timing. Well, we're about to have our own kitchen disco now because one of your colleagues is whipping up a storm. So should we head over?
Let's do it.